Oh, you like the Cyberpunk video? Well, not streaming it. I think everyone else is, probably. Hi. Hope you're all doing okay. Today, Teardown. Gonna finish it, and then do a, custom. Vinny, wrong game selected? Does it say Final Fantasy VI? Ah, shit, sorry about that. Teardown first, and then Final Fantasy VI. Sorry. Also, I'm a little late, apologies. Well, not that I really even have a schedule, but... Yeah, why is the music loud? This thing's down like 50%. Weird. Vinny, are you ever going to play Cyberpunk? So, I'm gonna be telling people this a lot. Go to YouTube/Vinesauce and take a look at that. Take a look at that. And, you'll see a nice compilation of, impressions, we'll call them. I hope everyone's okay. Welcome to the stream. This game is just about at the end. So we were doing the flooding mission last time, right? That's what we'll do today. And then I'll check out the Half-Life map as well. So I can't not talk about the Cyberpunk because I did play it. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about it. One, I didn't see any visual epilepsy stuff yet. And I don't plan on streaming it until I get to a point where that is patched or I know how to avoid it completely. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Two, if I play a video game on stream, it doesn't mean that I agree with the way the devs were treated. And, nor do I ascribe to any particular belief that people may or may not have about the message of the game. As it is, it's just a very pretty game. It is very nice looking on my 1080. Sorry, 3080. But if you watch the video I uploaded, it is a glitchy disaster of a game. And I laughed so hard. Now, the video is on the main channel, and it's just a glitch compilation. In the first 5 minutes of me playing, there was a duplicate cell phone glitch. Right? And then after that, I noticed more and more things. And then people going through stuff. So, I recorded the whole play session. I didn't feel like talking, I didn't do any commentary. And I just recorded it, and I wrote down timestamps, and then I edited the video together, like, pretty quickly, and then John did the thumbnail. But yeah, it's very glitchy. It's very glitchy. Again, really nice looking. Now, one of the things NVIDIA wanted me to do was stream some of the games so I could show off the 3080. And NVIDIA was so kind to me that I said yes. Probably not in the way they intended, as you can see by the video I uploaded, which is just 8 straight minutes of glitches. But yeah, at some point, maybe, I will do a stream of it and just take a look at, like a gameplay tour of the pretty areas. And, you know, and I understand if people are sick of hearing about this game and hate the CD Projekt Red. Amazing how they went from, like, chonker Reddit moment, Keanu Reeves 100 updoots, to, like, the bastards of the gaming world in just a couple years. That's a very interesting story about that Cyberpunk and that CD Projekt Red. I thought that was very interesting. So. This is the, like, I think second final mission in the game. But the way I always see it is, it's a complicated thing because you have the devs that worked really hard on the game, and like I understand the idea of like boycott game, right? But if you do that, then the devs that worked really hard on the game, like the, you know, people with families, don't get their bonuses. Maybe I just don't know how that works. I might not, but you know, it's a tough call, and then there's no real easy way to go about it. They already mostly got paid. Well, that's good. I like hearing that. I guess then you have to consider, well, maybe they can go to a different company, or if CD Projekt Red closes down, are they out of a job? It's a lot. So, anyway, this is a lot of conversation. Deep, heavy conversation. I am ill-equipped to answer these questions, nor do I particularly have any good insights, because I'm just some, like, dumbass that plays video games. But, you know, obviously I don't approve of crunch, and the crunch didn't even fucking pay off. They should have just delayed it another year. So glitchy. Witcher 3 had a messy launch as well. Well. Vinny, which cock did you choose? That's the main question I'm seeing in chat. There's an underwear option. But you can choose, you can choose underwear. Sorry, chat. I know that's disappointing, but, that reminds me, there was one more glitch I didn't put in the video, which was, my character has hair, and yet when he looked in the mirror, he was totally bald. I forgot to put that in the video. Shit. Oh well. I'm sure other people have seen this. Alright, so let me, I hope that satisfies your thirst for knowledge about this particular game. I mean, it is the big game that's releasing at the moment. It's almost impossible not to fucking talk about it. But yeah, something tells me I'm never getting another key again from CD Projekt Red, like ever. So, fuck it. Did you download the patches? Oh yeah, what you saw was the patched version. Yeah. If you watch the video. As a game, it's pretty. It's got a cool atmosphere. The shooting is not amazing. Very bullet spongy enemies. It's, it seems, I'm only 2 hours in, and I spent most of the time trying to glitch those muscle men. So I don't really know if the game is any good. I have no idea. Like, speaking subjectively, in my opinion, first 2 hours, you shoot, you sneak around, you hack consoles. It's kind of Watch Dogs in first person, but the shooting is not really that amazing. It's okay. It's just not, like, anything to write home about. What I would say is this. The Witcher 3's combat, I don't particularly love, but I love every other aspect of that game. So, in that regard, I'm kind of reminded of that. But I'm sure people have been playing it since it came out, and they have better, opinions about it. Did I just... Ugh. Also, this is the first time I'm playing this with a 3080, so I'm gonna be loading a map at some point. And I'm gonna try to find out, like, how many explosions. Ross said he deleted his Cyberpunk video because of all the toxic comments. I believe that. Yeah, that's a shame. Because again, there are people that want to play Cyberpunk, and for them it is either 100% good or 100% bad. And I feel like the reviews, the way people treated the reviews, that's an indication of that. Even before the game came out. And I just don't care. I just want to see the glitches. Like, at this point, I don't even know if I'm going to be playing the whole fucking game. I'm probably just going to play a little bit of it until I get bored. But, it was not my most anticipated game of the year by a long shot. It just kind of exists. And, I'm sorry to hear that Ross had to delete his video. That's unfortunate. I guess we'll see what happens with mine. I mean, it's just glitches. I'm not even talking in the video chat. Like, if people go on to like, oh, this game is the worst thing I've ever seen because of one reason or another, because of a video of glitches, or it's the best game ever, how dare you, because of a commentary-less, glitch video. That sounds like a little bit weird. Would you say your video was stylistically inspired by Crobecat? It was, but I did videos like that a long-ass time ago for different games. Just like, you know, my playthroughs, just put the glitches together. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I like Crobecat's videos. Skate 3 comes to mind, sure. Will you be streaming the Game Awards? Dude, you were here every time I talked about the Game Awards. Every time. So I'm just going for the yellow. I'm not going for any of the optional ones, chat. Wonder if any of these can be moved over. Are you gonna keep chat open for it? I might not be home tomorrow until around 7:30, 8 p.m. I have a studio session, and that's to me more important at the moment. So when I get home, I might open the chat and chat about it, if I'm home in time. And then afterwards, I will talk about it. Like, I'll do maybe like some impressions of the new trailers. I'm just thinking maybe I can move this truck or something. How am I gonna do this? Vinny, do you think Cyberpunk will get Game of the Year? What, this year? No. It's not even in the running. It came out too late. But I played it for 2 hours, and an hour of that was, like, just me dicking around shooting weightlifters. So I have no idea. I mean, Spelunky 2 and Hades are probably my 2 Game of the Year candidates, and Spelunky 2 is not talked about enough. Oh, cool. Half-Life Alyx, yeah, Hades and, Half-Life Alyx, Hades, and Spelunky 2 are my games of the year. Final Fantasy VII Remake is somewhere around there, but maybe not in my top 3. I really enjoyed it a lot more than other people did, I think. Even though it was a better game. Vinny, have you heard about the maybe UFO crash in Michigan? What? Bugsnax was alright. I mean, no, it's not my game of the year. Sorry, gamers. Doom Eternal was good. I liked it, but I wouldn't put that in my top 3. I have to think about this still, chat. It's like... the year is just coming to an end now, you know, so... I didn't play Ghost of Tsushima. I didn't play Last of Us 2. There's a number of big releases I didn't play. I have to play every game. I think that's really what the, like, yeah, I'm not really a media outlet, I'm just, like, one person. So... This sucks. I do not like this mission. Ah, you gotta be pooping. Ugh. Don't like this mission. So I have to bring this... How am I gonna... Maybe I should restart. Yeah, I'm gonna restart, chat. I'm gonna restart the mission. I need to get that truck to that other building. Also, it's really cold today. Vinny, are you planning on playing any Super Nintendo games? You are in luck, chat member, because Final Fantasy VI is after Teardown. Yeah, it snowed today a little bit. It wasn't a lot of snow in New York. It was just like, a sprinkling, a smattering of the white stuff. But it was cold. Vinny, why would you say it like that? I know my audience. And because my sense of humor is very, very bad. Drive a truck backwards, great. Or not. Wow, what a turn. What a turn. I'd like to thank my coach. I want to thank Jesus for making that possible. Scuffed, as Ross would say. Ross from Friends. Yeah. Really enjoyed the Cyberpunk video, Vin. Thanks. Yeah, I didn't like, do anything special to the game to make it glitch like it did. It just, that's the way it wanted to run, and so that's the way it ran. But now you know, if you need to, if you have a wanted level in that game, and you don't want to get caught, just talk to a store. Talk to an NPC that has a quest, or wants to sell you stuff. Apparently that works. Anyway, about that fight you mentioned. Do you believe games deserve respect as art? Abso-fucking-lutely. I mean, yeah, for me, the game I'm playing up next, I think is almost proof of that, back in 1994. And there were others before that, too. But yeah, it's an art form. And there's a lot of indie games and even, like, big-budget games that you know, make you think about stuff that maybe you wouldn't normally. And that's art. And challenge you, and you know, I like that about games. Games have broadened my horizons as a human, where, you know, I remember the adults growing up were all like, games are bad, they will rot brain, brain rot, and yet, you know, they're just sitting there watching the game, the sport game. And it's like, you know, growing up with video games, I may not have been able to see Nirburner live, or Floyd, or Zeppelin, or, you know, any of those things, but I at least got to grow up with video games, so that's good. It's a little bit of a lame conversation, but you know what I mean. Toilet in Wonderland is art. I agree. Toilet in Wonderland is art. Anyone who says otherwise is full of malarkey and baloney. I asked for, last week I asked for a salami and ham with Swiss lettuce, tomato, mayo, and I got bologna and ham. I haven't had bologna since I was 6. It was good. It's fine. I thought it was like bootleg meat, but, you know, it's alright. There is one reason why bologna makes me a little uncomfortable, chat. No, I've had bologna since I was 6. I was just being silly. But, there is one— I have a story. Yeah, I have a bit of a story. No. There was one time I got bologna from a local deli. And I was like, why can't I chew this? What is it? It's getting stuck in my throat. And I was really young, and I realized they didn't cut the plastic wrapper, the wrapping, and I had swallowed a number of the plastic wrappings, along with the bologna, and it put me off bologna for years. It was not a number, it was just like, you know, like one slice worth. But for some reason that was enough, that memory was enough. I remember the scratchiness in my throat that, that really bothered me. I didn't notice because I was like a fucking, like, slob. I was bologna! So. Or, as we say, Gavon. Do I try different delis or do you stick to one? That's a very reasonable question, actually. I like that question. Because I mostly have a couple. I have like 2 or 3. It's just like a convenience. It's convenience. But I know if I go a little bit out of my way, I can get a better sandwich. I just am sometimes very lazy about it and like to stick to the closest ones. Yeah, Gavon. That's the way. Gavon, Italian. It's probably one of those New York Italianisms. Gavon Urban Dictionary, or Italian cafon, which means someone who eats too much. It is Italian, which means rude people. It's not Italian, it's a misspelled word. Dude 1, ooh, farted. Dude 2, Gavon. Okay, that's a different definition than I'm aware of. I don't know what the fuck that was. Never mind. Thank you, Urban Dictionary, for the informations. So I'm gonna go from here to here to a boat to maybe there. And then, this one is, like, kind of annoying, but I can probably get there. Probably... Wired alarm boxes. I have to steal the documents, right? Okay, so these documents, let me just double check. I'll double check. Okay, so I don't have to transport them, I just have to pick them up. Do you think buggy games can still be 9 or 10s out of 10, like Skyrim? Skyrim is not a 10 out of 10 game, as far as I'm concerned. I like Skyrim. I've had a lot of fun playing it and shitting on it. But... And you know what? I have nostalgia for Skyrim. That's the weird thing. I like making fun of it, and I know people don't like it compared to Morrowind and Oblivion, for very good reasons. I like a lot of the locations, and I think about it sometimes, like, oh damn, they... You know, 10 years ago, that game did open world, and it had a fairly impressive open world for the time, and it's still kind of chill to walk around and enjoy it, but it's so glitchy. It's so glitchy, and there's so much room for improvement. But... I don't know, I mean... Red Dead Redemption 2 was a good game. It was also very buggy. And, that's not another 10 out of 10 game, but I'm just saying, like, I remember that having a lot of bugs and still being very enjoyable. I think maybe not a 10 out of 10 game. I think with enough bugs, depending on your scale, it would probably... you'd lose a couple points. What even is a 10 out of 10 game? Tetris. I mean, that's just my opinion. But any 10 out of 10 game, any review for any game is purely subjective, so I don't know. I'd give Chrono Trigger a 10 out of 10. That's like, for me, it's just a perfect video game that is not totally flawless, but it achieves what it sets out to do. And it's a very thoroughly satisfying game, though some people may not like it because they don't like turn-based battles, or they don't like the story, or whatever. Plenty of Mario games, like Mario 3, I would give probably like a 10, same for World, on my scale. Link to the Past, Super Metroid, these are all games I would give that 10 out of 10 to. But, they're not, like... I don't think it's an objective truth. I think it's just, you know, how I feel about it. Resident Evil 4, I love. I mean, you saw my best games of my favorite games list, so you know which games I love. You know, Symphony of the Night. Symphony of the Night is a game that gets way too easy. But I still think it's worthy of being up there with Super Metroid. Points are arbitrary anyway, we should do away with them. I always think that, reviews... The points serve a function for me when you amalgamate them into, like... You know, this game... From 30 review sources, has like an average of an 8.5. I feel like that's a decent way to get a general vibe for a game, but you might hate it. You might absolutely fucking despise it. And therefore, it's still not the best way. That was a mistake. Shit. Still not the best way to do it. I think the content of the review is more important than the number. But it can be useful, especially if you're lazy, like me, and you want to know, like, okay, is this game total trash? And it's a little easier just to kind of take that Metacritic thing and be like, alright, it's not total trash, it's a Lord of the Rings game starring Smeagol, it's an 8 out of 10, I'll probably like it, because I like Smeagol. I like Gollum, so therefore I will like this game. Whereas, you know, if you're not interested in Smeagol at all, that 8 out of 10 might be, like, way lower. People trying to defend objective quality of subjective entertainment is always entertaining. Yeah, I again, like Blade Runner, take your shot now if you wish, but Blade Runner, the original, is my favorite movie, but I've had people watch it based on my recommendation, and we're like, Vin, this is not for me. I don't like this movie. And yeah, it's not even a 10 out of 10 movie. Oof. There are also people who like Star Trek Voyager more than Deep Space Nine, and I want you to know that I respect you and I am proud of you. See, now we got Blade Runner and Star Trek and Lord of the Rings, chat. All in one go. I did it. But, I like Deep Space Nine a lot more than Voyager. I think Mike Stoklasa likes Voyager better than Deep Space. He doesn't really talk about Deep Space Nine very much, but he knows Voyager well and he references it a lot. That would be interesting. I'd like to hear his take on DS9 versus Voyager. I'd like to know. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. I'd like to know what he thinks about those two series, and if he does like Voyager more. Pure speculation, mind you. If he does like Voyager more, why? Is it because it's more episodic, it's more like TNG, it's more optimistic, Janeway flies into a nebula to collect coffee? You know, there's so many reasons. So I'm setting up my route now, chat, and obviously I'm doing. That's optional. I'm not doing any of the optional ones. I don't have the patience for that. Do you think Deep Space Nine is better than TNG? And that's, yeah, I've talked about this on stream. I would say, in my opinion, Deep Space Nine is the better show, but I like TNG more. It's my favorite. I just think that it did more interesting things and had better development with the characters. It was able to do really, I guess, the storylines were able to be more fleshed out, where they didn't do as much of that with TNG. So it's more satisfying when you get to the end of it. I'm gonna see if I can avoid boat. That's not how you avoid boat, chat. Because I have to be here, right? And then the boat is there, so I can do this one last. But I either need to parkour on the roof. Might be able to parkour. You don't want a yacht? I like to yacht. Yacht. There was only an easier way to build the structure. You know what I could do, chat? I could just use the yacht to bridge the gap. That's all. I don't need to actually use it. I could just use it as a bridge. Vinny, are there any games that you think are incredibly well made or even just well made but you don't like simply because it's not your style? I'm sure there's a number of games I haven't played that are like that. More like, you know, like the Personas and stuff like that. I'm sure that those are fantastic games. I know people love them, and I get it, but it's not for me. Death Stranding, couldn't get into. 6 hours may not have been enough to get into it, but you know my shtick with Death Stranding. I've explained a bunch why I don't really like that game that much. Though I do have a feeling if I put more time into it, I would have understood more what people liked about it. And again, that comes from a Kojima fan, mostly. Like, I like his work a lot. I just couldn't get into the movie. That was an accident. I did not mean to call it a movie. There we go. Looks like I can run across that. So that's good. And then, you know, this is gonna go this way. Right, so that should work. I just need to boat one time. Oh yeah, Octopath I wasn't really into. Well-made game. Someone remade the intro to Final Fantasy VI in the Octopath style and it looked really good. But I think most RPGs I have trouble with. I really need to, like... They're either my favorite games ever, or I just can't do it. What about Boneworks? I like Boneworks a lot. I just thought the levels were really wide open, and just some of the puzzles were kind of annoying. But, the game was a technical feat. And it was... I wish it had, like, AAA level design. That would have really took it to the next level. What happened with me and Xenoblade? I don't know. A lot. I talked about it a little bit, but, like, streaming it once in a while didn't do me any, favors, because it felt like an extra thing I had to do. That and other games just came out. And I was like, oh, I'm 20-something hours in. How much more of this is there? Oh god, that much? So I kind of freaked out a little bit. And done! I love it when a plan comes together. With absolutely zero optional content. Fell asleep. I looked away from the screen for a little bit. There's no way to raise this. Well, this is one way to do it. The fancy club. Oh, this isn't that fancy. Nice. Oh, that was a cool mission. I kind of wish there were more missions like that. To be continued. Yeah, there's more, teardown on the way, apparently. I love the sound of a brush kit. Yeah, what a cool game this was. I have a Half-Life map I want to show you. And maybe a couple others. Just this game really desperately needs workshop support. Or like a better way to download the maps. Do you like coffee table jazz? Not like, I don't seek it out, but it's pleasant. So here's what I have. First I want to just check out, just to, I don't know, put this card through its paces. This isn't a good map for this. It still freezes a little bit. I just don't think there's any way around that. Or it could be CPU bottleneck, sure. If the main thing I need a CPU for is to drop 50 pieces of dynamite, then I'm good. Oh my god. Alright. I'm streaming through the GPU, yeah. Ah, hello, Gordon. Good to see you. This is cool. I haven't seen this yet, by the way. I just loaded it in, and I was like, oh, I'll save it for the stream. It's the Half-Life noise. I am a very big fan of the Half-Life, computer noises. Sadly does not work. Someone said, it's funny how this simultaneously looks better and worse than Half-Life 1. Right? Weird. Oh, that's it? To be continued. Ah, damn. I mean, yeah, it's gotta be an undertaking. Good start. Shit. Sorry. Just, I picked it up when the jazz happened, I didn't put it down. There was jazz. I was trying to play, what's the Beatle song? Dung Beetle. No, Norwegian Wood I know. It's, no, there, and I Love Her, the intro. I don't know, but yeah. No, something like that. There it is. Give me a BRB and I'll have that good. We'll get DMCA'd. What is that, a 12 string? I don't know what that means. Good to hear. You know, I want to do one more map. If I can do it. Because I have to replace files. Or maybe 2 more maps. It's just very inconvenient. Like, really inconvenient. You have to replace the custom XML like every time, I think. So, okay, this is a thing. Custom XML. Okay, so I have a backup. There should be. All right, drop this in the folder. Replace, and let's try it. The mod manager released in beta this morning. Okay, so that means next time I stream this, when the new stuff comes out, the new levels, it'll be a lot easier to use the maps, but I didn't know there was a mod manager. Oh. Yep. This is now a Minecraft episode. God. Could you imagine Minecraft having physics like that? We got the RTX update. When's the, next level voxels floppy Minecraft update? I might return to Minecraft next year for, the caves update. Caves and mountains or whatever. Because I haven't done the Nether update either. So maybe I'll do that. And then maybe throw on a couple mods and just play a little bit. It's the exact same game anyway. What, this? Or, like, the Minecraft updates? Try Minecraft VR at some point. Maybe. Also, fucking Medal of Honor has not gone on sale yet. It has no honor. I don't know what's happening. Like, it's just, it's not even available for, like, pre-order. Finally, Minecraft has a gun! Yo, what the fuck is happening with the fire? Whoa! We've reached the bottom. So there's a couple more maps, but I don't think some of these will work. I have a map that, replace this. I hope this works. This would be good. Yeah, there's not really a lot to do aside from look around. But maybe that will change. Didn't work. No, I just have to download the file again. There we go. Put this here. Oh, this should work. You know what? I'm even going to download... I don't want to spoil what the map is, because it's good, but... I just want to download this. Vinny, how is your bowel health? Very, very pleasant. Very pleasant. Proctologist in the house. People are like, why did Vinny read that out loud? You know, people care about my health. I get it. Here it is. Okay. I had to do some, hacking, so to speak. I'm in! So I bet you're wondering, where am I? Some of you know. Yeah, you got it. Fucking nerds. I would have gotten it too. It's fucking Hoth. And it's good. It's really well done. That said, if the rebels just had rocket launchers, all of this would have been solved. Never mind, they can hover. There's hover technology. There was a YouTube video I saw when I was building the Lego stuff a while back, where it was a comparison of every AT-AT. They fly now, yeah. Every AT-AT that ever was released by LEGO, and how shitty the first couple were, and how advanced they got. There was one that moved on its own. Why'd that happen? There was one that had, like, you could put a battery in it, and it would walk. And it wasn't that good, but it was a cool idea, I guess. Bring my shuttle. No seatbelts? Prepare my ship for takeoff. Three actually, and one you could program commands to? That's crazy. Yeah, there were a lot of iterations of the AT-AT, though. I think that might have had almost more iterations than the Millennium Falcon. Can you do a Martok impression? No, I don't think I can. I love that dude's voice, but I can't do an impression of that guy. No. But, yeah, just a cool, again, not much to do. This isn't the Ace of Spades. But everything here looks really good. About Gowron? In order to do a Gowron impression, you have to see my eyes. That dude's eyes, he's like proto-Stephen Merchant. Japes, there was nothing in here. Do we do one more? Yeah, let's do one more. Let's do one more. This one's called Bridge Construction. Now that I know how to install these maps. Yeah, there's a lot. I just sorted by, like, most downloaded. and I think I went through the ones that seemed the most interesting. Everything else is kind of just like house with garage, big skyscraper. Okay, here's one more. When that mod manager, though, is good, and like maybe in a couple months when the next content is released, I'll be able to check out more maps. There's a Statue of Liberty, chat. Someone made the entire fucking Statue of Liberty. Crazy. This one just seems cool. This is one of the most downloaded ones. Fuck. Ooh, deep fear. That's a big fear. Deep ocean in the middle of nowhere. Plummeting. Not much to this, except giant bridge and cool-looking water. Try to make this thing sink. I wonder if it'll float like an AT-AT. Sorry, AT-AT! It's not AT-AT! Ah, wolf. Sorry, I was clearing my throat. Yes! Yes! We still got some hovering. Not sure why it's hovering, but something happened. Fuck, I shouldn't have destroyed those stairs just yet. I wanted to get back up. Nice. Get those frames nice and crusty. But once it stops jiggling, it kinda, you know, the frames come back. Kind of. Oh my god. Please. That was like a Ninja Warrior moment. When they climb the thing, and they don't have enough momentum. The warped wall, yeah. You bastard. There we go. Oof. Oh shit. Oh fuck. God, these physics are crazy. In 10 years, this will be every video game. Is what we said 10 years ago. That is awesome. flying car over there in the distance. Vinny, the cables are keeping it up. Jesus. Yeah, we gotta take out those cables then. Harpoons and tow cables. Mental. Oh shit. Oh shit. There it goes. I love it. That is glorious. The episode of Deep Space Nine I watched last night. I'm sorry, this is funny to me, a little bit, but they became their own ancestors by traveling back in time 200 years. And, like, Worf, basically, 200 years later, has his own, like, group of people that worship him. They're like, Worf, we have studied your teachings. It's really good. It's actually a really good episode. Someone's saying it's a Futurama episode, too. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh Jesus. It just is trying so hard. Well, they weren't their own ancestors, they just created new families. Well, they were their own ancestors. Well, no, you know, that's a good point. You know, you're right, you're right. They created families that were, they were their ancestors. Yes. Bit of a spoiler, but you find that out in, like, the first 10 minutes of the episode. It's good. I fucking love that show. But, yeah, Worf, of course, has a bunch of people that are outcasts that follow his teachings. They don't, like, participate with farming or helping, they just kill. They just hunt. Anyway. Turn off RTX to see if it runs any better. I don't think you can turn off RTX. Hot Odo. Oh, Jesus. You'd think they would have just used Rene Auberjonois' face, but no, they just made the makeup more detailed. I could just watch, like, this bridge get destroyed for the next hour. But I won't. What I could say, though, is a new CPU and some more optimization. Imagine this running in real time. How bored of it we would get after, like, 25 minutes, and it would just be normal. And then we would look for new things to entertain ourselves with. Anyway, that was, Teardown. Really cool game. I loved it, but I'm excited also to see what it becomes later on with new content and new maps. Very enjoyable experience. Speaking of enjoyable experiences, have you played Final Fantasy VI? If not, then up next, Final Fantasy VI. It's gonna be good.